Welcome, you beautiful people, to the bye week with the Chicago Bears in the Legacy League. Now we're just sitting here chilling at 6-4, thinking about how we want to spend our bye week. And first things first, let's talk to this cat right here and see how they want to handle the upcoming bye week. I think a lot of the guys were hoping to get a little extra relaxation time and beyond what we normally get. Recharge the batteries. Are we cool with that? I don't think we're cool with that. I believe at 6-4, you don't need rest and relaxation. You need to go out there and do a little bit extra preparation, and you need to grab this league by the balls and win some more ball games. So they're not going to be happy with it. Big surprise. -3 morale for the entire team. Beautiful. So what's our benefit? Plus 300 XP for the entire team. I would say in the short term, that's a loss, and in the long term, it's a gain, but it's only 300 XP. It's not like it's groundbreaking on getting anybody developed. So congratulations, Chicago Bears. Your lazy ass attitudes are going to hurt you next week when you play the Green Bay Packers. Give it up to them. Win as a team, lose as a team. Am I right? Now that's going to take us to our only player upgrade for the bye week, and that is the rookie Darnell Mooney, who right now is sitting at 68 overall. And chances are we're probably going to do deep threat, but there are some other things that he needs. Like, he has a low catch of 79, and his route running is pretty low, but we don't ask too much of Darnell right now. He's more of a just go deep, go get the ball, and make some plays. So let's go ahead and stick it on deep threat for this week, see what we can get. +2 deep, +2 release, +1 special catch. See, now that's going to help him in the long run because the +2 release really gives him pretty good numbers. He has a 76 release right now with that 93 speed, 82 spectacular catch. So this is a good starting point for a rookie. In a few years, all those other numbers are going to catch up, and he's going to be something special. So now this is going to bring us to our contract negotiations. Again, we don't have a lot to talk about, but this week we are going to try to sign a couple players towards the back end of this list. But first things first, let's get over to the guy that we have thought about signing for a few weeks now, who has actually had a bunch of really good games, and that would be Mitch Trubisky. Now, I'm going to be real with you. Coming into the season, I had very low expectations for Mitch Trubisky. There was a lot of talk that I would even start Nick Foles at some point during the season, and there was a game that I actually pulled Trubisky out for Nick Foles. But it's almost like at some point in the season, he decided to become a leader and be a great quarterback for the organization. So it seemed like a foregone conclusion we would be entering free agency to find a quarterback. We're now sitting here thinking, well, maybe we have the quarterback of the future. He's only 26 years old, and he can be developed into something that we can do something with. So this is where we're at. Through the first 10 weeks of the season, coming into the bye week, he is 3rd in passing yards, 5th in passing touchdowns, he's 7th in completion percentage, and he's 6th in quarterback rating overall in the entire Legacy League. It is very safe to say that Mitch Trubisky has played beyond his overall and beyond all the expectations we had for him at the beginning of the year. So where does that leave me now? He wants a 3-year deal for $37.6 million, and honestly, that's really not that much compared to all the other quarterbacks. I'm a firm believer in results, and Mitch Trubisky has delivered those results, so he, in my mind, has earned the right to sign a new contract with the Chicago Bears. And naturally, like any other choice, this could be a good one and it could be a bad one. But at this point, I believe Mitch Trubisky is good enough and playing well enough to lead us to the playoffs and possibly a Super Bowl. We went ahead and signed him to a 3-year deal worth $38.1 million. Now, he was very excited when we broke the news to him, and he let us know that he was not going to let us down. I'm going to hold him to that. He was really happy while he was signing this contract at Hallis Hall earlier today. Now with Mitch Trubisky out of the way, I believe there's only one other guy that I was planning on signing this week if he would actually take our salary offer, and that would be Jordan Lucas, who's playing strong safety for us right now. Now last week he didn't like the salary, so we'll just throw a little bit more salary into it and get him on board. And as you can see, a couple more 100,000 and he is going to be coming back to Chicago. So now that we have the contracts taken care of for the week, now we can look at the standings for the NFC North. We are currently sitting 2 games back from the Green Bay Packers as they're 8-2, we're 6-4, and the Vikings and Lions look like they're ready for the offseason to get here as fast as humanly possible. Overall in the NFC, it looks like the Seattle Seahawks still have a stranglehold on the entire conference at 10-0, Packers at 8-2, the Saints at 8-2, Cowboys at 7-2, Eagles at 7-3. There we are at 6-4, just ahead of the Cardinals. And we have the Falcons a couple of games behind, the Rams a couple games, Panthers. So we still have a few teams that are in playoff contention, but we're getting towards the end of the season, so a lot of these teams better turn it around. Over in the AFC, it looks like the Baltimore Ravens are at 9-0, with the Chiefs at 8-1, the Colts at 8-2, Dolphins at 7-3, Raiders at 6-3, Broncos at 6-3, Chargers at 5-4. We got a cluster there. Now the Ravens were the early season favorite to win the Super Bowl, and it looks like they're living up to the hype as it stands. And here's the rest of the AFC to round it out. I will say that it's interesting seeing the Dolphins team at 7-3, considering that they're more of a rebuild project. But I'm also seeing a lot of bad AFC East records as well. So here's the Bears stats on the season. As you can see, Mitch Trubisky has 24 touchdowns, 12 interceptions for his 3,285 yards passing, which is giving him a 99.4 quarterback rating, just completely playing out of his mind. Definitely played for the contract that he earned earlier. Now, Tariq Cohen started the year off really slow, but he's turned it up in the last few weeks and really showing that he can be the go-to running back in Chicago. Now, the secondary running back is nowhere to be found. When your quarterback is second on the team in rushing, there's something going on there. But then again, we did not give Patterson a lot of love this year because we were looking more for Tariq Cohen. Now with the wide receivers, it looks like it's just a lot of wealth is being spread out. Allen Robinson with 50 catches, 989. Cole Kmet with 46. Anthony Miller with 48. Darnell Mooney with 41. Nobody is really separated from another. Allen Robinson does have the most yards on the team as well as the most touchdowns. But this is a big reason why we're really holding off on paying Allen Robinson that big money, because nobody is really being featured in overall-wise. He is by far the best wide receiver on the team. But if you know anything about football, scheme always wins out, and the scheme in Chicago isn't to really force-feed any particular person, as you can tell with the stats. Defensively, Roquan Smith is leading the team in tackles, with Eddie Jackson in second, and Lucas, who we just re-signed, in third. Now, with the sacks, Khalil Mack is not really having a really great year. He only has 6.5 sacks on the season. Hicks is in second place with 3.5, and Buster Skrine is in third with 2. That's not very good when you're trying to generate a lot of pressure on the opposing quarterbacks. Now, interception-wise, Eddie Jackson has been leading the team in interceptions for pretty much the entire season. Kyle Fuller's in second with 4, and then it looks like we just have a bunch of 1s, and we just have that 2. So we're not really picking off a lot of passes either. Honestly, it's been a really weird year. The backbone of the team was supposed to be the defense, and the offense was just supposed to be good enough to try to win some games. And it looks like the offense has been actually doing most of the work, and the defense has just been kind of lagging behind. As you see with the overall team numbers on offense, we're sitting at 7th place. Defensively, not nearly as good. As it looks like we're about 15th. And knowing that we pumped a lot of money into the defense, that is a hard pill to swallow. For the season awards, it looks like Trubisky and Cohen are in the top 7 for NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Eddie Jackson sneaks into the top 7 in Defensive Player of the Year. Cole Kmet is in the top 6, but unfortunately, he's losing steam for that Rookie of the Year award. Looks like Jalen Johnson didn't crack the top 7 in Defensive Rookie of the Year. But look at that. Mitch Trubisky, number 2 on the list and best quarterback, just right behind Drew Brees. It would be awesome if he got that award. Tariq Cohen is in 6th place in the top 7 for best running back. Allen Robinson makes the top 5 in best wide receiver. We never have any offensive linemen in there. And it looks like we don't have anybody on the defensive line either. Or linebackers. Eddie Jackson there is our savior right now for top 4 best defensive back. So that about wraps it up for week 11, the bye week. We got 6 more weeks to go, including 2 games against the Green Bay Packers that you're definitely going to want to tune into. So if you haven't subscribed, make sure you do. Hit like, send me some love with some comments, and we'll see you next week as we take on the Green Bay Packers. Peace!